All right. This is the new mobile version of the With CP podcast. We decided that all the dailies that David and I are doing now is they're pretty stationary and safe. On Zoom, everybody's kind of sitting down comfortable. And so in between that, we're gonna do podcast tapings, episodes of us just, in our normal lives. So here I am going to the PCC right here. And so I'll be
Or
taping
maybe,
this one from the
yes.
PCC. Going
But
to the grocery
also,
shop.
it's not just our normal lives, like we're switching to mobile because we ourselves are mobile. Fieldwork just launched. We're about hitting the ground. We're going to Wisconsin tomorrow, the DNC right after, and who knows where else in like the next 5, 6, 10 weeks. So yeah, it's mobile for you and it's mobile for us.
I think this is great. I think you guys are officially walking the talk. You know, you're really
Oh
doing it.
yeah. Yeah, who's speaking, Jessica?
In the
Who
field.
who is
In the field. Okay, so who are
you?
we? So I'm Charles Douglas. I'm the executive director of Common Power, and I do a bunch of work in field work. Ben?
Yeah, my name is Ben, and I work here at Common Power in the field department. I help run it. And Jessica.
I'm Jessica. I'm part of the people that she runs in field work, and I do our squads program and our remote action and our voter reg. And I'm currently
All
sat. I'm
right.
not walking to disappoint people. My legs can't do it
No,
today.
it's okay. That's
That's
okay. You've
it.
been
Yeah,
working
We
hard.
take all people.
that's right. Jessica, you've been sitting because you've been in meetings. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about what you just came out of.
Yes, I just came from Volunteer Training 103, which is our workshop to prepare volunteers to go travel. So we had, I think, about 60 to 70 people tonight. So I think there's a lot of interested people who are ready to go knock on doors.
60 to 70 people were in that training?
I know, I was surprised too.
That is so awesome.
It
Okay.
was so awesome. And there were a ton of people. There were young people, definitely some from Action Academy and people who are not from Action Academy, which is really cool to see young people there. And of course, our community, everyone was there. Everyone was asking questions. Everyone's really excited to knock on doors and they're ready to get down to the nitty-gritty details of how they actually do that. So it was great. Yeah. Yeah, I just finished it up. It ended at 6:15. So I had a 15-minute break from that. So that was good.
That's good. That's good. That's a shout out to your manager, Ben, for the break. So 103 training. So talk about that for a second. So it's 103 because there's a 101, a 102, and a 103, right?
Yeah, so 101 is kind of our introductory workshop to Common Power. What is Common Power? What do we actually do here? That's a big question a lot of people have. What do we actually do? So we cover that in 101. And what we do is field work. We talk to voters. And so we present the different programs and different opportunities that volunteers have to talk to voters through us. And then they go to 102 and we teach them different techniques and strategies on how do you actually talk to a voter? How do you not be weird with a voter and actually get them to the polls? So that is
How do you
what
not be weird with the voter? That's the
it's
new
serious.
title. I love that.
It's still don't be weird. Get the
Don't be
voters to the
weird
polls.
at the
Don't be
door.
weird.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean people, yeah, they just need some training on that if they've never done it before. It could be awkward. It's really awkward sometimes to talk to people you've never met. Um,
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things too where it's like uh anybody will just come to anything. Some people don't really do the progression, right? Because like we
yeah.
host a training basically every week. So a lot of like, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people just come just to talk to people, just to have this in person. Yeah.
No, I'm convinced some of them just come to hang out with us because I've seen people go to the same trainings every week, and
They
it's really
do,
exciting to
especially
see
you,
them there.
Jessica. They're like, I'm just here to say hi to Jessica. I
Yeah.
already know all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they post their little jokes in the chats. I'm like, it's so good to see you here once a week. So this is so exciting. Um,
Love it. The once a week Jessica show. So, okay, so
Okay, so
actually
what were
about
some
that
of the
point.
things that they were asking? Yeah.
Yeah.
there were questions all over the board. People wanted to know where we're going, where are our priorities, because they want to hear from us, from Fieldwork, from Common Power. where they think they should be going. They know they want to travel, they know they want to knock on doors, but they want to do it with us. So they want to know where we're heading, where we want them to be. So a lot of questions were around where should I go if I have the time and money on this weekend? Where should I go? So that was really cool to see. Um, and just questions about how does door knocking work. I think what was really cool is that I think they have a lot of first time door knockers on this training, which is great. Introducing them to the different platforms that we use, like Minivan. How do we actually get those lists? How do we work with partners? How do we know what to say at the doors? And it was cool to see people who have never done it before come to this training, be super engaged and excited to ask us questions on how do we do that and how do we do that with them. And so it was really
Yeah.
great.
So, you said there were like 60 to 70 people here?
Think so.
Yeah. Yes. And I kind of want to talk about why we have that number because like we were shocked, right? Because like usually trainings are like what,
There
30,
were
40 or
yeah,
less?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
So
yeah.
so for future listeners, which is people like clocking in on the audio here, today is August 8th. And it's been a week since our virtual launch on August 1st, where like we dumped a bunch of information on people, told people to go to trainings, get involved with us and all of that. And it's been about 5 days since our in-person event at Seattle that like clocked almost 200 people. So Charles, I don't know if do you want to talk a little bit about like why we have such a big influx of people and like why our volume has gone up?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, one, it's the fall, and a lot of people have been waiting. And by waiting, I mean some of them have been waiting until it's closer to election day, but some of them are coming back after years being away. Actually, we're having people come back who haven't been here since the last presidential cycle. And this is the story with politics in general that um, voters mostly don't get involved until it's closer to election day when the media starts picking up and the ads start dropping all over the country. And the message of go and vote is something they hear not just from political organizations but from nonprofits and from corporations, right, that want to be good societal stewards. So voting now in this country, and this is relatively new, but voting every couple years is a message that we as a country get around, and so it's become more common in the fall to have people go, okay, it's time to volunteer. Now, obviously, the thing that adds a bunch of gas to that is Kamala Harris, massive in a massive, massive way. And then for us, we've done some things in Seattle that have also pointed people towards Common Power as a solution for their volunteering. So there was the Seattle Times article that dropped a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't know. Front page of the Seattle Times. That we've been also doing some billboards and buses just to have people understand that if they want to volunteer in Arizona, Nevada, and Pennsylvania, and Michigan, they should come to us as an organization, a local organization in Seattle that can help facilitate that. And then, we did a really big kickoff event on the first that had how many people? 280 people, 300 people on the Zoom. And then the following, 2 days later, we had almost 200 people in person, along with the Dem chairs from Michigan and Ohio and Washington State, the Democrat chairs. So, we've done a lot to kind of prime the pump on this. We also have a great system and we're ready to go. So, but yeah, that's the how. That's all a part of the how.
Yeah. Okay, then let's jump actually into that into the Mohai event because when Jessica says that like people come just to hang out with us, even though it's like the content is not relevant for them, that was really, really apparent. Like in the launches, in our virtual event, in our in-person event. So I want to pull out a little bit of nuggets out of that. Like what is it that people notice? What is it that like people that sticks to people that makes them want to come back? And Jessica, like
Yeah.
we got some feedback, we got some
We
comments.
did. We had people tell us directly after the event that I'll say, quote unquote, I love running into old friends, which I think is so cute because I feel like every time Common Power gets together, it's not even really about the work. It's more like an excuse for people to hang out with their best friends. So that's always really exciting. That's the way I feel like when we're on trips. I'm like, I haven't seen you in a year. Let me go on this trip so we can hang out every day for 4 days. So I feel like that's definitely the energy of her community. Everyone's really excited to see each other all the time. They're excited to do this work together. Um, Another one that I will say that I think a quote that I can pull out is someone Judy Davis, who is a really big volunteer with us. She says she loves seeing her pals and meeting new people. It's inspiring and informative. So I feel like
Yeah,
that captures the
yeah,
entire event. It's inspiring and it's informative. You get to the
absolutely.
rally, you hear from some of the coolest women on this country. Um,
Mm-hmm.
about what they're doing in this electoral season, and then you also get to hang out with your friends. And how great is that?
Come for the work and stay for the people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. Those are some great comments. Keep going. What else we got?
Oh, okay. I've got so many. Okay, quote, you guys are organized and in it for the long haul with community building. I think that's a good one because we care about our community building more than anything. And
Well,
we
I mean,
hope.
not more than anything. It's everywhere, but sometimes it's not the first.
Hey, Ben.
But yeah, yeah, like that's strong. That comes out because it's not just like the in between, right? Like it's not just the in between of travel. It's everywhere that we do work, we do it together in teams, and people really that really resonates with people. Like they don't want to do this alone. So we've leaned really hard into that. Um, wait, can you read out Pam's quote? I thought that was just so
Yeah.
hilarious.
It was so simple, so unique. She said, "It's time to get off my butt." That was good. We should put that on a shirt.
That's right. And yeah, people have been waiting for this moment. Like a lot of folks are kind of, they've been sitting and watching and reading the news and worrying, and now they're ready to get off their butt, and we give them a really easy way to do that. Yep,
Mhm.
that's my
And
favorite one.
yeah, that's my favorite too. I think we should be on merch and everything.
Shout
Um,
out to Pam.
Shout out to
Okay.
Pam. There is
Yeah.
one long quote that I wanted to share, and it was really sweet. This is
Aw.
from Jamie Sieber, and they said, "quote I was immediately greeted by the beautiful energy of the crowd, and then Kyra, who is one of our one of person the oh my god, I'm stuttering. One of the people who works in Action Academy with Larcy, Kyra personally came up to welcome me and my partner. Her warm presence and welcoming energy really called us in. Charles and the women on the panel were so inspiring, and the woman from Michigan particularly was inspiring for me. But each person spoke from the heart and from their own fierce dedication to make the world a better place for all." That was good.
Love that.
Damn.
That's our community. Hey,
That's right.
hey, speaking of community, look at that, huh?
Oh, no
Oh my
way.
goodness.
Look at that.
Hey, how you doing?
Was
See,
this
all the cool
staged?
people do shopping right now at the PCC.
I feel like this was
Hey,
staged. Oh my God.
it's
No,
perfect. Hey, let's wrap it up so we can keep these short. Any
absolutely.
final words you want to close this with, Ben?
Jessica, when is the next time we're getting in together in person?
August 24th. Come meet us at our new office space. It's so cool. You can come talk to us in person, write postcards, reach out to voters. But yeah, we would love to have you join us. Come by. We'll have snacks, we'll have people there. It'll be so fun.
And that's if you're in Seattle. And if you're not in Seattle, you can join us on one of these trainings. You can just pop in and
Yeah.
say hi to Jessica and the rest of the
Or
team.
you could go
Yeah.
a regional meeting, you can do a volunteer meeting
That's
and
right.
just
That's
like
right.
hang out and learn. Um, but yeah, more to come. Thank you, Jessica, for hopping on with us, even after a long day.
No problem.
Good
All
work,
right.
everybody. We'll see you in the field.
All right. Thank
See you
you.
in the field.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.